Hi and welcome. In this video we're going to be talking about the place command. Now in particular the fact that it's being split into two now, and it's now called place linked and place embedded, and they work differently, so it's useful to know that. So I'm going to go through a few things that I think you might find useful and indicating to you really how place linked and place embedded works. Okay, well, what we're sitting here for, let's get on with it. My name's Ken Fisher and this is Live Link Training. In this video we're going to be exploring the place command. Now don't forget, if you're a fan of the printed page, there is a free ebook to accompany the video. Just click on the link in the More section under the video to download it. Okay, let's dig in. Now the place command was the way that Photoshop brought assets into Photoshop as smart objects. In a recent update to Photoshop CC, the place command was split into two. Here they are. We've got place embedded and place linked. Now splitting the place command into two now enables Photoshop to either embed an asset, if you like the old way, or to link to an asset, which you can call it the new way. Now let's have a look at how that works. Let's start with a plain document. I've got one set up here. It's just a 10x8 document at 300 ppi. Now we'll call this our base document. Now if we have a look at this, this document, my base file, it's a Photoshop file and it's just over 42 megabytes. That's the size of it on the disk. Okay, keep that figure in mind. Okay, let's try the embed option first. I'm going to go to File and Place Embedded. And then I'm going to navigate to where my image is. And it's this image of a turbine. And if I just hover over, you can see that it's 63.3 megabytes. So it's quite a big file. And if I click on it and then click place, it'll place it within my base document. If I now double click to set that, you can see, if you look over on the thumbnail here, you'll see that there is a smart object little symbol in the corner. Okay, let's save that out. So we're going to File and Save As, and I'll save it to a little folder that I've made called Place Embedded Link Results. And we'll call this base file, but this is the embedded version. And we'll save it as a TIFF, save, and then I'll accept the defaults. Just click OK. Right, if we have a look at that file now, we'll see that the base file in this folder is 42 megabytes. The base file embedded, the one we've just saved, is nearly a splendonkerous 179 megabytes. That is huge, because the whole of this file of the turbine is embedded with the previews and everything in the TIFF file. Okay, let's just move that out of the way and we'll get rid of that turbine, and then we'll try the other way. We'll go for File and Place Linked. And again, we'll navigate to the same images file and the same turbine. And I'll click Place. And it's again brought it in, and if I double click on that, that accepts it. And if you now look at the turbine layer, you'll see it's got a little link icon, not a smart object icon. So this is now linked to the original file. This is just a rasterized version so we can see it, but it isn't an editable one. Okay, let's save that out. We'll go to File and Save As, and we'll place it in the Place Embedded Link Results folder, but this one is called Linked. And we'll save that out as well and click OK. Now let's go and have a look and see where we are. Now you see, our base file is 42.2 megabytes. Our linked version is 114 megabytes, and our embedded version, because it's got everything embedded in it, is 180 megabytes. Quite a difference, I think you'll agree. Now the benefit of the linked file approach is that it will create a vastly reduced file size. Therefore Photoshop should perform more efficiently as it's using much less memory. Of course the only issue is when you want to distribute the files to someone else. The embedded file will contain the reference file, where the linked file will not. Now for the linked file, Photoshop will show a rasterized version of it, but it won't be available to edit. If you would like the other person to edit the linked file, then you can choose to package it up. And you can do this from within Photoshop CC. Now if the package menu item is not available, then it's probably because you've not saved out your composite yet. So if you complete a save on this document, then you can use package. And I'll just move that out of the way and we'll have a look at this. So we can now go to File and Package. It's then going to ask me to create a folder. Well, I've got a folder in here that I just put together called Package, and I'll click OK. And what it's doing now is saving out all the links and the reference file as well. So I'll click OK for it to do that. And then let's go and navigate to that package folder. So there it is. That's my package folder. It's now got my base file linked folder in it that's created, and it's got the base file, and it's got all the links in place as well. So if I email this to somebody, they can actually edit not only the document but the linked files as well. Okay, let's have a look at a little bit of a practical example. I've got 4 images here, and it could be 400. Let's say that I want to watermark them with a little watermark image. So I'll just use the first one as an example, and we'll go to File, and I'll use Place Embed. And I'll go and I'll select the watermark that I want to use, which is a PSD file, and I'll click Place. Now that brings it in quite big. I'll drop that down to say 2%, and then click the link to do it in both axes, and then drag that into position, and then double click to accept it. So I could save that file out now, and it's watermarked. But if I wanted to change that watermark, this watermark is a copy of the watermark that's embedded in this file. Now you can see here we've got the Smart Object link. If I double click on that, it'll bring up the embedded version of that file. So let's say I want to change it a little bit. Let's go for some text. We'll change this to say, let's change the color. We'll change it to blue and click OK. I'm going to hit the Enter key, and now I need to save these changes, but not save as. What I need to do is to go to the File menu and Save. This will now save those changes back into my original file. So if I go back to my Link and Embed now, you'll see that it's changed that text to blue. Now let's have a look at these other files. I've got Link Embed 2, and I've got 3, and I've got 4. And these are all linked to one version of this file that is in my folder. But the version in this Link and Embed 1, which has changed to blue, this is the copy of that file that's actually embedded in this image. So it doesn't update anything else but this image. Okay, so how can we work cleverer? Well, let me just get rid of that. And what I'll do is I'll do a file, and I'll place linked, which is what I've done to all the others. And we'll put this watermark in, and we'll place it. And again, we'll do exactly the same. We'll just drop down the size because it's a bit big, and I'll drag it into the corner, and I'll accept it. But now I've got a link icon. So this is linked to one version of this PSD file that's on the hard drive, as are all the others. So now let's just have a look. You see they're still all black. So if I now double click the link icon, this brings up that link to the version that's on the hard drive. So now let's do the same thing. We'll change this color to say a nice blue color, and I'll accept that, and then we'll save. File and Save. Again, I'm saving back to a Smart Object and Save. And now if I go back to me link and embed 1, oops, it's updating all the smart objects. That'll just take a second to do them all. If I now go back to my link and embed 1, you'll see I've now got the blue text. And my link and embed 2, I've got blue text. Link and embed 3, blue text. Link and embed 4, blue text, because each of these files has been linked to one file. So if I change that file, I change it on them all, and I can change it from any one. Any one of the links I click from any of the images will change everything. Well, that's it for this video. I do hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment under the video, or share it with a friend or two. Don't forget to check out the more area under the video for any links to any download files or free ebooks. And please click the subscribe button so when I upload a new video, you are the first to know. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.